where I stand is the difference of whether I make this shot or break this arrow on this shot. One of the things that'll get you with archery is the arc of your arrow, because an arrow is going to have much more cast than if you were relating it to a bullet. So here's a critical thing you have to do. This is a perfect example. If we were in here hunting, here's a long shot on this black bear. He just stepped out into an opening, but guess what? There's immediate hazards. There's a hazard to the left, there's a hazard to the right, and there's a perfect opening down the dead center. Depending on where you choose to stand to make that shot is gonna instantly decide whether or not your arrow is gonna impact one of those obstructions because of your cast. Your foot placement, whether you're a target archer or a bow hunter, is gonna put you in the position of where you need to be so that that arrow is gonna have the best chance of getting through that foliage. So what I always do is if there's a canopy and there's clear obstructions, find where the highest peak of that intersection is, because that is going to give your arrow the best chance to cast through that opening. Then position yourself to where your arrow coming out of the bow will hit that highest peak. Now, if you shoot multiple pins, here's a great tip on understanding whether or not you're going to clear that cast. Right here, perfect example, we've got at 15 yards here, we've got a bunch of canopy hanging down. If you have multiple pins and say your bottom pin, your 70-yard pin needs to be on the target, look at where your 20-yard pin is, because if your 20-yard pin is covering up that foliage, you instantly know that at 20 yards, your arrow is going to arc into that position. So in that case, you may have to choose to take a power stance. You may have to choose to go down to one knee. In this case, this is a tough shot, 96 yards on a small bear. We have one lane that I can thread this arrow through there. And again, where I stand is the difference of whether I make this shot or break this arrow on this shot. And that is how it's done, by the skin of my teeth.